Found it. All right, awesome. Good stuff, guys. I know people are jumping in. If you have any questions, you want to share anything, please put it in the chat. The chat over here. Feel free to do that, or you can just comment in the Facebook Live. But basically, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be going a continuation of yesterday. Yesterday, we went over a few things. So Vera says, hello, everybody. Hey, Vera, feel free to jump on Zoom. I put the link right there. Couple of people who are already part of my course are in this. So just so everyone's aware, Thursdays, 1 p.m. Eastern time, every week, we have coaching calls, private coaching calls for those who are part of my coaching program. But today, yesterday, we had a day one of a masterclass for the Facebook group, and everybody insisted 1 p.m. Eastern was the best time. So I'm kind of combining both. We'll go over stuff that we'll be covering today. But if anybody has anything to share, like wins for the week, feel free to. If not, we're just going to go straight in the class. So 1-2 minutes to anyone want to share wins for the week, let me know. Okay, here's what I'm going to do, guys. Let me make sure I am okay. People are still joining. Awesome, good. We're recording, we're live. Edwin says hi, Bella says hi, everyone says hi. Good to see you guys. All right, folks. So yesterday, just so you all know, we went over a few things. I'm going to be sharing, quickly recapping that. We'll go over that. We also gave some homework, right? So if you were there in yesterday's call, and if you did your homework, please put it in the chat or in the Facebook Live comment. I did it. I did my homework. It's something like that. So I know that, right?
Yeah.
And please mute yourselves. I'll figure out a way how I can mute everybody. But if you guys want to go ahead, Mahbub says I did it. Awesome. Okay, Mahbub's done it. For some reason, my chat is not showing up. Hold on a second, guys. Google is easier than Zoom if you can figure it out. Okay, give me 1 second. Okay, all right. So we got Ed says I did it. Abdul says I did it.
Putia.
Siva Gopi says I did it to a small extent. Okay, we'll go over that. David says I did it. Okay, God. So we got a lot of people saying I did it. I love it, love it, love it. Awesome, guys. Vera says I did it. Edwin says he got wins for the week, 2 new GMBs. All right, we'll cover GMBs in tomorrow's class, guys. It's gonna be crazy. But here's what we're going to do today, right? I'm going to start sharing my screen. We got a lot to cover. So yesterday we went over a couple of things. Number one, most important thing, in my opinion, before we even go over the meat, the potatoes, however you want to call it, if you are a vegetarian, the potatoes of this, if you are non-vegetarian, the meat of it, is this, your freedom number. I cannot stress it enough. I cannot stress enough on the freedom number, guys, right? So a lot of people said you have your freedom number dialed in. Did any one of you here kind of go through a little bit in detail after our masterclass yesterday, and go through and finalize your freedom number? Maybe, sit down with your spouse or by yourself and go through your expenses. If you did your freedom number, if you know it, give it to me in the chat or in the Zoom, the Facebook Live comments. Let me know your freedom number so we can see it. Anybody did your freedom number? Let me know. Anybody? And just so you recap, the freedom number is the least amount of money that should be coming in every month, so you don't have to worry about finances. If shit hits the fan tomorrow, you lose your job, you lose most of your business, whatever you do. Okay, so Mike and Jackie says 10K. All right, sounds reasonable. Ed says 10K. No, I will not take 10K. I will not take 10K, right? Unless you are the King Sultan of Brunei. I mean, most people, guys, don't get me wrong. 3, 4, 5, 6K max should cover your rent or mortgage, your basic expenses. I'm not talking buying a Ferrari, flying to Hawaii every month, right? David says 3.5K. Randy says 3K. Love it. Mahbub says 1K. Man, Mahbub. There are people. There's a few people. There's a guy called Adil in Pakistan. Okay, he's making more than $1,000 a month. through SEO, right? Part of our group, learned SEO, ask the questions, stuff like that. So 1K a month living in Bangladesh, you can absolutely do it. Frederick says 3,500, Siva go with 3K, Raj 4K, Vera 5K. Awesome, love it, guys. Okay, so this is the number one thing. You guys know your freedom number, great. Then yesterday we went over a couple of things. I don't want to go over all of that, but one of the things I went over yesterday is this, right? 2 websites I used to visit every single day when I had a day job. Even now I do that, okay? One is this one, Home Advisor, list of cities, list of niches, industries. One is just a list of cities by population. Could be a Wikipedia, just Google it and get it. So if you are going to be doing if you're going after client SEO in USA or rank and brain in USA, go for a list of cities in USA. If you're in the UK, whatever city you're going in, right? And then most important thing here, right? Like I say here, the riches are in the niches. I gave a homework, right? Some of you may have done it, some of you may not have done it. And the homework is go find the low-hanging fruit, go find a population city between 100 and 200,000, go find a niche, just keep searching permutation combination. We're going to pick somebody here who found the lowest hanging fruit, maybe a couple of them. We're going to pick you guys and we're going to walk through and we're going to rank and we're going to use that as an example, right, to go through the ranking process. So anybody, Ed says I'm going to pay a daughter for college. Okay, I got it, Ed, no problem. Anybody, if you guys have your low-hanging fruit identified, put it in the chat or in the Facebook Live comments. Let's go find out if you guys got it or if you haven't got it yet. Anybody, I'm monitoring the chat here. Mahmoud says painters, Danville, VA. So the first thing I would go is go Danville, Virginia population. Is it in the ballpark? Nope. Mahmoud. Here's the thing, guys. It is a smaller city. Yes, 40,000 population. That means you can rank easier. But the number of calls that you get may not be enough to be able to rent the website out for a decent $300, $400, $500 a month. Now, that does not mean you cannot do that, right? So in this case, he says painters, Danville, Virginia, right? He's good. He's right in a way because he's a low-hanging fruit. Look at this. 2 reviews, no website. You see that, right? But again, I don't see ads. Maybe there may be any ads at the bottom. I don't see ads, right? It's still a lot of this, you know, like organic is also low-hanging fruit. Okay, makes sense, right? But if you, I don't know if we can find a painter and send the calls to and get paid. Now, you may be able to do it and get paid $100 a month, which is cool, right? Take it. But ideally, between 100,000 and 200,000 population around that is kind of a sweet spot where you don't have to do a lot and still be able to rank and generate a decent number of calls. All right. So I'm not saying this is bad, but I would keep going. So David says I found one. Which one is that, David? Give it here. Donna says concrete, brick and stone, Germantown. All right. So I'm just going to go Germantown. First, I want to make sure the population is between 100 and 200,000. Population. Okay, 89,000. That's not bad. Okay. And then let's say concrete. We usually go contractor. So let's see, right? Good thing there are people paying for leads. That's good. You can find companies who are used to pay per lead. Is my it's not working or what? Let's see. Keywords everywhere. Is my keywords everywhere working? It is working. Oh, 0 credit left. Sorry about that, guys. You got to renew now. This is the keyword everywhere I talked about. $15 annually, $1 a month. What do I usually do? I usually go for $10 a month. This is a lot more than this is more than enough. So I'll just go with this. $1 a month, you get it. You should be able to do it, right? $15 today for the whole year. I am doing this right now in front of you. Going to be getting this going. Come on. I need to know. I don't want to share my credit card details, so give me a second, guys. Give me a second as I go ahead and do this. I think I'm not sharing my screen now. Who knows? Maybe I am. Give me a second, guys, as I go ahead and purchase this. Let's see. Okay, we should be good, I think. Let's share the screen now. And let's go Germantown Concrete. Does it come up? Does it? Yep. Okay, so 0 searches a month. Again, we can take this with a pinch of salt, guys. It's none of these tools are totally accurate, right? So even if you find 1, 2, 3 jobs a month you can generate and send it to a concrete contractor, this could be something. I like it. There are people paying for leads. Let's look at this. Wow, look at this low-hanging fruit. Good job. Who was it? I think, was it Donna? Was it Donna? Let me see. Was it Donna? Was it Donna? Was it Donna? I think, yep, Donna. Was it Donna? Was it Donna? Was it Donna? Yep, Donna. Good job. Yep. 0 website, 7 reviews, 5 reviews. Yeah, one's got 27. That's fine. And then all of these are like directory listings. Love it. So this could be one. Absolutely. That's a good job. Let's keep going. David says spray foam installation, Sandy Springs, Georgia, right? So first thing I would always see is population of Sandy Springs, 107,000. So you hit it on the head. Is this a low-hanging fruit? Let me ask you guys. Somebody let me know. Give me a yes if it's a low-hanging fruit. Give me a no if it's not the best low-hanging fruit. Let's see. Mahbub says no, Rob says no. Yeah, exactly. This is not the lowest hanging fruit, okay? What we are looking for is we want to find ads. We want to find at least 10 searches a month, right? More importantly, we want to find, 10, yeah, 22 reviews. It could be low hanging, but everyone's got websites over here. This one's not like a directory listing. This is like Atlanta. You see that? I would say find something better, more lower hanging fruit if you don't mind, right? Let's keep going. Siva Gopi says car dealerships in Niobrara. Niobrara, where is that? It's a village in Nebraska. Okay, didn't even know that. Okay, 363 people, dude. Trust me, you're not going to be making money here. GPS tracking South Dakota. I mean, so here's the thing, guys. South Dakota, to the best of my knowledge, is not a city. It's a million population. Guys, you need to understand where we're going with this. If you don't understand, watch yesterday's call again. Garage door repair, Topeka, Kansas. All right, Topeka, 125,000. Awesome, you got it. Garage door repair. Woo! Who is that? Vera Abanda. You are full of abundance mentality. You got it, I think. Let's see that. 170 searches a month. Yep, they're sending, there's people paying for leads. Okay, hold on. 479.58 is not the best. I will also give you a tip. Garage door repair and locksmith are what's considered spammy niches. Putting up GMBs, which are covered in day 4, may not be easy. In fact, it's next to impossible. So you can go the paid ads route. We'll talk a little bit about that tomorrow, but I would stay away from that. But you got the city here, so look for concrete contractors, Topeka, Kansas. Look for something else, yeah, this could be something 1432, so you could do something there if you want to. Okay. Donna says driveway, we saw that. Walls and ceiling, we saw that. Painters, Bloomington, Indiana. Mahbub is always all about painters. Okay. Spray foam. Yeah, this could be something. This is awesome. Mahbub is rocking. Look at that. No website. There's one guy with 89 reviews, but look at the other 2 guys. 12 reviews, 8 reviews. I love that. Yelp, Home Advisor, 1. This is the #1 guy who's ranking. We'll check him out. But 𝐷, you see that? This is the number 2 guy ranking. So the number 1 guy ranking, as we went through yesterday, has 20 pages. It's not bad. We can put more than 20 pages and we can do something, right? The number 2 guy who's ranking, let's look at this guy, has 20 pages. So it's not bad. Not bad. And most of it is just images. Yeah, so it's pretty good. Mehboob, good job. Omer says, dock repair, Grove, Oklahoma. Wow, they're coming up with all these cities I've never heard of before. Grove, Oklahoma, population 7,000. This is very, very small, guys. Nope. We want to come up with a city with population 100,000 to 200,000. Pick something here. Like Surprise, Arizona, right? Lakewood, Colorado. Okay, something that, here's the whole idea behind going for a low-hanging fruit. You can go and rank for personal injury lawyer in Chicago or Dallas. I'm not saying no. But the whole goal is, let's make a quick $500 a month, fast and easy, right? That's what we want to do. So we learn the process there, right? Mike says, is 10 searches a month good? Good, yes. So Mike has a great question. Is 10 searches a month good? Okay, I'm going to cover that. Let's quickly see Steve Stewart's pre-service, Springfield, Missouri. So Springfield, Missouri population, let's pick that out. Perfect, I love that. Pre-service Springfield. All right, 30 searches a month. We got Google guaranteed here, so they're paying for leads. Love it. Well, it's in between, I would say, because there's no website, yes, but they got a lot of reviews. We want to find something less, right? I would go for something else, like stay away from the usual HVAC, AC repair, tree removal, plumbing, dentist. Like, go for something that nobody's going. Like Mehboob was going all about painting. Painting seems to be like nobody's in the painting. So look into painters, Springfield, Missouri, right? Even this is a lot, right? Check. We look into mobile. Look, Google is giving me mobile dog grooming, mobile mechanic. You see that? Okay, this is not the best. Let's look at the other one, mobile mechanic. 7 reviews, 31 reviews, not too many good reviews. You can do something there if you want to. Keep going down this list, guys, and find stuff that not everyone is there. Foundation, right? So let's look into foundation repair. Okay, look at that. Again, this is too much. So Springfield, Missouri may not be the best, right? I would go for something else. Go somewhere down the road here and find somebody else. Dayton, Ohio. Coral Springs, Carrollton, Texas. Carrollton, Texas. Let's check that out. Carrollton, Texas. Right, 44, 49. Again, foundation repair may not be the best. So you want to find something. It's going to take you some time. It's not going to be easy. But I'm okay to put in a lot of time. Basement waterproofing. I'm okay to put a lot of time so that I can, it's kind of, I'm slowing down to speed up kind of a thing, right? Basement. Google gives me basement repair. So let's check that out. Not the best, to be honest. Basement waterproofing.
Oh.
Wow, may not be the best in Carrollton, Texas. So keep going. It's not going to be the easiest. It used to be a lot more simpler before. Wilmington, North Carolina. Right, I'm just going through a motion here. Right, Wilmington, Delaware. I don't know how big Wilmington, Delaware is, but could be something 7 and 11. You see that, right? So fencing Germantown, Donna says, right? I know I'm spending a lot of time, but trust me on this, it's going to be worth it. There we go. 0, 0, everything here, right? The only reason this guy is ranking is because he's got the keyword Germantown and fence, right? So the whole goal of what we are doing, okay, the fencing, again, you can put something else. What was the other city we saw? Carrolltown, Texas. Look at that. Okay, fence. Okay, it's not bad. 30, 31. Here's another way to go about it. You can just put A and your city, and Google gives you suggestions. You can look into that. right? Then you go to B, look at that, right? Bakery, wow, okay. A lot of searches, you don't want to go for that. But the whole idea, I hope you guys understand, you want to find out something. Melbourne says, can I find starter painters? Absolutely. Mike says, concrete contractor, Daly City, California. Yeah, wow, you hit it on the head. Mike, what's the population of Daly City? Population.
1,000.
Oh my God, this is awesome. We should go with this. I want to pick this. You know why? I'll tell you why. Couple of things. Population is 100,000 population. This says 0, right? If this says 0, go put an S and see what comes up. It still says 0. All right, stay right there, okay? Even if it is 0, number one, this is just a gauge. Don't go totally, depending just on these two tools, right? In a city of population 100,000, there's bound to be at least 1, 2, 3 calls somewhere, somebody looking for concrete job. All right. These guys are paying, so they're already in the pay-per-lead game. Oh my God, 2 reviews, 9 reviews, no website, no website. I'm going to pick Mike and Jackie's. And here's the thing, right? A concrete job, I think we looked into that yesterday. Concrete job cost could be anywhere from this to this, right? An easy $3,000 average. So let's say worst case, okay? Worst case, I'm going to pick up this. Give me a second. I'm bringing up a document if I can. Here's where I'm going with it, guys. Worst case, who was it? Was it Mike? Worst case, what Mike gonna do? Mike's gonna put a concrete contractor, pardon my spelling here, contractor, Dallas, California. He only gets 1 call a week. Okay, and I'm going to show you how we're going to get more calls, but let's go with this, right? I know there's a lot of people giving a lot more, but no, that's fine, right? Right, 1 call a week. That's 4 calls a week that you can send to a contractor who is already paying this Dali. They're already paying, right? You see that? There are guys, 27 concrete guys in Daly City paying per lead to Home Advisor. All you have to do is find one, and we're going to go through how you're going to find one, okay? And that's what we're going to do. So, out of 4 calls a week that you send, 4 calls a month, sorry, okay? If that company is so bad at closing the calls that he only closes 1 job, he will make $3,000 per month. I'm lowballing the numbers. I'm just being very, very, very conservative. And even if Mike is able to make this contractor $3,000 a month, do you think that contractor would pay 10 to 15%? Even if it's only 10%, that's $300 a month. And the amount of work that Mike would be doing will be peanuts. He will only have to spend $300 one time. I'm going to show you all the work we're going to be doing. And then he's going to be making the $300 month after month. Does that make sense? Okay. Give me a 1 if it makes sense. Give me a 2 if you're like, I have no idea what you're talking about. So I know where you guys are. Okay. Chris says that the cost per clicks are high. Yeah, Google ad CPC is going up big time. Trust me on that. Okay. Ed says Plano, Texas junk removal. This is not a low-hanging fruit. Number 1, Plano, Texas is like 200,000 population, I think. Number 2, look at the number of reviews. This is not a low-hanging fruit. Make sense? Okay. So you get the idea. Rhinoplasty. Andy says rhinoplasty, Plano, Texas. Andy's going big. He wants to go after the boob jobs.
Just kidding.
Rhinoplasty. I know you, Andy. What are you doing, Andy? This is not a low-hanging fruit. Like unless you have ulterior motives, don't go after rhinoplasty. Right?
It was just a joke.
Okay, that's cool. You got it. I'm just kidding with you, all right? Okay, cool. Steve says, don't add contractor to the concrete search. You can end up several listings supplies. Okay, good. Okay, awesome, right? So I'm going to go with painting and I'm going to go with concrete, just as an example. Okay. M. Ali, you're putting in the chat like a WhatsApp number and saying, contact me on WhatsApp. Guys, if you're going to be soliciting people and spamming, please get out. Can't be more polite than this. All right. So anyways, here's what we're going to do, right? Let's go with the, what was it, Gali, California? Okay. So what Mr. Mike, is it Mike and Jackie, did I get that right? Okay, they're going to do is now we're going to the next step. Once we identify this, here is the ranking process. Here is what you guys have to understand, guys. There are hundreds of ranking factors. In on-page optimization, there is meta title, name, address, phone number, meta description, schema. In the, then there are people say the GMB side is Google reviews the ranking factor, keyword in the review the ranking factor, H1 tag. There's 100 dozens of ranking factors. But trust me, in the local space, we are looking to rank and bank in the local space, right? We are not doing nationwide, we're not doing affiliate side, we're not doing e-commerce. Nationwide, we are picking a low-hanging fruit so we can pick a fight with a toddler and not Mike Tyson. As bad as that example sounds, right? Why? Because if you put up a website, if you learn to put up a GMB that basically says concrete contractor Daly City or something around that, and you put up a website that is optimized only for Daly City and only for concrete contractor, you're going to be screaming to the top over here and start getting calls. Okay. The number one thing you need to understand is there are only about 3, 4, 5 ranking factors. We'll get to that when we get to on-page optimization. Right now, we're going to do competition analysis. We're going to do keyword research. All right. So first thing you need to do, I want you guys to understand, anytime Google changes algorithm, rankings tank, rankings go up, people are panicking. Somebody just said, can you cover the Google helpful content update that happened? Every time Google changes algorithm, things happen. But you know what Google cannot hide from us? Every time Google updates an algorithm and a different set of results come to the top, we know Google loves these guys and these guys. And so we can find out why, what do they have that we don't have, and we can reverse engineer. Does that make sense? Okay. So one question people ask me is, hey, Yelp is so big, Thumbtack is so big, millions of pages, millions of backlinks. These guys are ranking. Can I outrank them? Okay. Here is what I'm going to tell you. If I find in the organic search results, the organic results here, if I find these directory listings, Thumbtack, Home Advisor, Angel is ranking, I am excited. And I'll tell you why. Okay, I've opened Yelp and I've opened, let me close all this. Okay, I've opened this Yelp page, which is ranking, and I've opened this Thumbtack page, which is ranking. And what I'm going to now do is go to Ahrefs. By the way, if there's one tool I use every single day, it's Ahrefs. It's a bit expensive, $99 or $150 a month or something. You can find semrush.com is a little bit cheaper. Uber suggests there's a lot of tools that are cheaper. I just use Ahrefs, right? Here's what I'm doing. I'm going to pick this URL that is ranking. So this yelp.com, the number one thing that's ranking here, right? And I'm going to put it over here. And I'm going to find out why are they ranking. Frederick says Mongols. Yeah, I've heard of Mongols too. I haven't used it, right? Now you see this here. This is got 0 backlinks, but they're number 1 for this keyword, right? Let's take this Thumbtack, right? Let's open another tab. Why is this guy ranking? Does he have a lot of backlinks? Let's find out why. Chances are high they'll have 0 backlinks, maybe 1 backlink with 2 backlinks. Okay. The only reason these big guys are ranking on the top is because there is nobody optimized to rank for concrete contractor niche in this location. So these guys, Yelp is ranking just because they are such a big domain authority of 93. Domain authority is just a metric that we go by. Just shows the authoritativeness of it's a Moz metric. I don't want to go into the details, but the higher your domain authority is, and Ahrefs has something similar called domain rating, the higher it is, the more authoritative your website is in Google's eyes, right? So Google gives Google 100, but everybody else has got 95 or something. Only like Google, Facebook, a couple of websites have 100 out of 100. Everybody else got less. In the local space, local website, if you just get our DA to 10, we are big, right? But the only reason they're ranking is because of this. So what do I mean by that? Okay. If you have any questions you don't understand, ask in the chat. Okay, I gotta mute people here, right? Here is why this guy is ranking, because now the Yelp.com domain, the homepage, the main domain, they have more than 500,000 websites, 119 million backlinks. So many backlinks go into this domain that you put any page, right? Yelp.com/any page, chances are high it's going to rank without any other optimization of backlinks to that specific page, just because the domain authority is so big. Does that make sense? Steve says numbers are enticing, but I've got horrible luck contacting people. We will contact people live for you, Steve. How about that? Ahmed says, why are we going after niche with zero volume? Great question, right? Ahmed says, why are we going here? It's got zero search volume, right? Let's go off a keyword research. But we found this, right? Okay, you understand why I'm happy when I find directory listings, because the only reason Google is showing this website is because they cannot find a local website that is optimized just for concrete contractor, just for Daly City, right? So if we put up a website that is optimized just for this and just for this and let Google know that we don't care about anything else, we just want to be ranked for this, it's going to be coming to the top. Now, why are we going up to zero? This again, keyword everywhere tool is a metric, right? It's just a gauge, right? I use Google Keyword Planner. Again, there are so many third-party tools. I just go directly to Google. None of these are accurate. Even Google Keyword Planner may not be the most accurate, but Google is Google. Google loves Google. Google loves Google properties. We want to go with Google. Does that make sense? So I go open Google Keyword Planner. And as you have questions, if you have questions, please put that. Dipta says, would you rank a site for seasonal services? Yeah. Dipta says, if it is seasonal service, would you do it? So I'm in Michigan. November, December, January, February is cold. I have quite a few tree guys, right? I'm in the tree niche, tree removal niche. Yes, those 4 months business is down, but the remaining months is big. So take it, right? It's up to you. I would go here and I would say concrete contractor, okay? And then I would go, instead of the whole of US, Daly City, California. Now look, Google says 200,000 population. Really, the population is 100,000. It is taking the greater area, okay? The suburbs in the greater area of Daly City. Now when I go get results, Google is going to show me results, okay? Google says there's 10 to 100 searches a month for concrete contractor. Here is a tip, guys. Okay. It'll give you a range if you're not running ads. If you even spend $1 and run ads, it'll give you a more of like an average number. But this is good enough for me. I'm not looking to run ads. Does that make sense? Okay. So that means every single month, at least 10 people are searching for concrete contractor in Daly City. Now, understand one thing. We go after the main keyword just to get an idea of the low-hanging fruit. But in the process of ranking this main keyword, okay, we are going to be finding and ranking dozens, if not hundreds of related long-tail LSI, latex semantics index or whatever, secondary keywords. Okay, what do I mean by that? Again, Google's going to give me. Google's also telling me that people who are searching are also searching for concrete contractors near me. You see that? another 10 to 100. Concrete companies, concrete company, concrete repair. Did you see that? I did not even think of the word repair. Concrete contractors, concrete services, concrete driveway contractors, patio, elites, layers. You see that? Approximately another, some are zero searches, but 1,200 related keywords. Now, not all of them are going to be relevant, right? So we can go and just download the keywords. We're going to look at that, right? But you can get ideas from here. Does that make sense? Okay. Guys, can you give me a 1 if it makes sense, just so I understand? Give me a 2 if you want me to go over it again. Because if you understand keyword research the right way, this is how we have people. I don't even know if I have any screenshots, but this is how we have people who are getting calls without doing too much. Okay. I don't know if I have any screenshots right now. Okay, but this is exactly how we do that. Okay, 111. Mike says repeat. Okay, so one quickly. Okay, the whole goal I'm going for this, like a 10 searches a month or something like this. Number one, to get an idea, find low-hanging fruit. So I know it's low-hanging fruit here, you know, it's low-hanging fruit here. But then I'm going to do my research so I get the edge on my side, and I want to do as much as I can. So it doesn't matter what people search for when it comes to concrete contractor in Daly City and anything related, my website is going to come on the top. And I'm going to show you that. So that's why we go to Google Keyword Planner. And then once we identify a low-hanging fruit, we want to get hundreds, dozens, if not hundreds of keywords. Make sense? Okay. So that's what we are doing. So number one, you do this. You just go to Google Keyword, put your main keyword, your city, and Google's going to give you ideas. You can download that. I'm going to download it in my Google Sheets right now. Okay. This is, I'm going to call this Daly Concrete, right? And download. As it's downloading, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and go and look at some of the websites that are coming up, some of the competitors that are coming up, to get an idea of what kind of services they have. Okay, so this guy is just a one-page website, right? And he's saying he does these services. How many pages does he have? He has one freaking page and he's on page 1. You see that? Okay, he has one page and he's on page 1 of Google. He has one-page website. Now you can take ideas. Concrete coring, wood coring, CMU. I have no idea what that is, right? Wall sewing, concrete inspection. So you can take that, and then you can go back to Keyword Planner, and then you can go here and say concrete inspection, and then add that keyword also, and click on get results. Now Google's going to give you a lot more keywords. Look, it went from 1,200, 1,300. And it's giving me more ideas. You see that? I'm going to the next one, and I'm going to see, this guy's already got concrete, other services, stained concrete, concrete resurfacing. Okay, so I can pretty much go here and I can go stained concrete, right? And I can add that, and now the number of keywords is going to increase over here. Look at that. You see that? Okay. Now let me go download this. I'm going to get more ideas. Let me just say Daly. Does it make sense, guys? Okay. So what I'm doing, Vera says, does Google Keyword Planner the same job as Ahrefs? So Google Keyword Planner is to give you other keyword ideas. Ahrefs I use to find out what that specific website is ranking for. Okay. You can go here to Keywords Planner in Ahrefs also, and you can put up concrete, contractor, Daly, and search, and it's going to show up something. It's only going to show up one, right? And this is a paid tool. I mostly use it just for the site explorer. Sorry, what do you call that? The domain page. Does it make sense? Here we are. Okay. Okay. Do you guys get it? Here is what we are basically doing now is this, guys. We are identifying keywords then so we can start building out a website. Okay. Once we identify the keywords, the second thing I would do is I would also go and check out other websites that are ranking and see what other web services they're doing. This guy doesn't have the best website over here. Services, look at that. This guy's a concrete guy. He does a lot of concrete driveway replacement. Wow, I can add that to my keyword list. Make sense? Now, this guy here, he only has one page and he's ranking on page 1 of Google for concrete contractor. He's giving me ideas, right? My next thing, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take ideas of all the keywords as much as I can, get all keywords as much as I can, and I'm going to build out my website, okay? And so I'm going to build out my service pages, okay? Here is something I want you guys to understand, okay? We want to tell Google very clearly what each page is about, okay? When we get to that point, I'll explain that to you, okay? Right now, we're still here, competition and keyword. We haven't come to on page, but you get the idea. We are doing this with our mind bent on planning the website, planning the content, and planning the website. Okay. Any questions on this, guys? Anybody? Before I go forward, if you have questions, please ask. If not, I can go forward. Anybody? No one's got questions. Cool. Awesome. Are you guys okay? Mike's at least one guy is responding. Everyone's like, I have no idea what you're talking about. At least one guy gets it. Okay, got it. So what I'm going to be doing now is one other tip I will give you. I will go to concrete contractor, right? Instead of Dallas city, I will find the biggest city that I can find, maybe Dallas, and do a search. Right? Why am I doing that? Because this is going to be very competitive. You see that? I'm not going to go and do anything, but I'm going to open up a couple of these guys that are ranking in a very competitive city and get ideas on what kind of service pages they have. Residential service, commercial service. I can get ideas is what I'm saying. Does that make sense? Let's see if I open this guy. Not this guy. Where was that? Okay, let's just open one of these guys, right? I can get ideas in what I'm saying. Look, oh my God, look at all the services. He's done the work for you. Just take, you can pretty much put the same service page for each. Of course, fence and deck may not be something, dumpster may not be relevant. You know, this guy does seems to be doing a lot, but you get the idea. I want to come and find other businesses, other websites that are ranking that already have done the work for me so I can work smarter. Okay. Ahmed, you want to find, if you're doing competition analysis, just to get ideas, go to a bigger city so you can find out because they are ranking in a bigger city because they have done a lot of work. So you can take ideas and you don't want to copy them, but you can model them. So now I can build out a page for concrete crack and joint repair, concrete maintenance, decorative concrete, right? Waterproofing, surface cleaning. I don't know if this may be relevant, but you get the idea, right? We saw this one who's got so many things. And so we want to build, here is the plan. We want to build out one homepage, okay? At least 1,000 to 1,500 words with as many keywords as we can. I'm going to go over that. And then we want to put up at least 5 to 10 service pages. Okay? 5 to 10 service pages. Randy, I just go to any city just to get an idea. If somebody is ranking in a very high competitive city, he's done some stuff that maybe we can take ideas from. That's what I'm going after. Just to get the layout of the website, just to get the number of services and all that. Because I don't know anything about concrete, right? I want to find out what service pages I can put up. Does that make sense? So now, let's go back to Keyword Planner. Let me go to Google Drive. And let me pull up my Google keyword planner, this keyword ideas. Oh, here we are, open sheet. Excuse me. Okay. Look, Google is giving, I downloaded all the keywords here. I honestly don't need any of this now. This is just top of page basis for ads. This Google Keyword Planner is for Google, is a tool to help us run ads. I don't care about all this, right? I just want to delete it. All I care about is these keywords, right? So now I can create content around this. I can just copy these keywords, give it to a content writer and say, write the content, or I'll make it even easier and simpler and $0 of work for you. You want to get the main keywords. So here's the other thing. If you want to take this concrete contractor, that's a keyword. Okay. Now, let me make this here, right? Go with concrete inspection, that's a keyword. But Google is very smart. You don't have to repeat the word concrete too many times because you have concrete here already. So just put the word that is now repeated, inspection. You're zeroing and narrowing down your keywords. Does it make sense? Okay, as I do this, it will make more sense. Stain concrete, right? I have concrete already, so I just want to put stain. Okay, Donna, I'm going to answer the question. Concrete contractor is near me, right? I already have concrete. I already have contractor. Google is smart. Contractor and contractors, Google is smart. I just had to put the near me keyword. Does that make sense? So now you're narrowing down the keywords. Companies, I just want to pick the companies because every other keyword in this full keyword, I already have narrowed it down here. Make sense? Yep. Frederick says avoiding keyword cannibalization. We don't want to repeat the keywords. Google over time, there was a time in 2013-14 when I just first got in, you could do keyword stuffing, concrete contractor all over the page and rank. Now, the lesser the number of keywords, the better. Have it once in a homepage, you're good to go. Make sense? Okay. So you want to do this. Then what you do, you can write your content yourself. Well, how do you know what to write for? Right? You're using these keywords so Google understands what your website is, but then you're writing content so the human being, the potential customer who's searching for concrete contractor will read it and make sense. Ah, okay, makes sense. Let me call this concrete contractor to come to my home, give me an estimate. Does that make sense? So you can go get ideas. What have these guys written? Ah, look, with over 30 years of experience, the driveway company understands driveway repair. Oh, okay, they're committed. Get ideas. Some of the service we do are this, right? You can literally go to ChatGPT. Some of you may know ChatGPT. It's a free tool, AI tool. And you can just say, write a 1,000-word article for my concrete website, concrete company website, using the keywords. Then put these keywords that you have. And Google's going to write, hey, when it comes to concrete, with this driveway, look at that. Google is already, I did not even give the keyword driveway, patio, it's giving me those. You see that? Technology has become so advanced, guys, you don't even have to pay a content writer. You don't even have to do keyword research if you don't want to. This AI will do it for you. Now, obviously, if you want wordsmith it a bit, go ahead and all that, right? Any questions, ask in the chat, guys, so I can answer. Let me check the Facebook Live. Everyone's got questions. Dallas is a red ocean for SEO, Dita says. Yeah, it's not, it's a lot of people there. So, okay. This is sick. I'm amazed by it. Absolutely, Donna. There you go. It is literally crazy what we can do with what, the technology we have now. This is what I can't stress enough. This is what I mean by mentorship. You go to YouTube, you get, you join these different gurus, they will teach you the skills. Oh, on-page optimization, off-page optimization, but mentorship, the little details, that's what was missing for me when I got started. If I had that earlier on, I would have quit my job a lot sooner, right? That's what I'm talking about. Does that make sense? Okay. Very awesome, very awesome. Okay, thank you. Would you add geo? Frederick says, would you add geo to the keyword? Absolutely. There we go. Great question, right? So you can take this and then you can say, please add the city Delhi, California, where my company is. And probably write something else with, you know, look at that. You see that? It's like an employee for free on steroids. Works 24 hours a day, no need to pay, no need health insurance, nothing. That's how the world has come now. That makes sense? Okay. So now here's the next thing. You write now, obviously, the first time you do something, do it by yourself. So you learn. Don't just give it to AI, right? You want to go through some of the previous ones and all that. If you can find other concrete contractor rank and run sites, they would have done the work for you. That'll be awesome. You know, like anybody that has an exact match domain could be a rank and run. Like this guy, it could be a rank and run site. This is a rank and run site, and you can get ideas. You know why I know there's a rank and run site? Can anybody tell me what makes me sure this is a rank and run site? Josh says laugh out loud. Yep. Anybody? Any idea why? Template. Mohammed says template. Yep. Filling some code. This is a template in a course. I don't want to mention the course. I think it's like $8,000. I joined this course 6 years ago for $5,000. It's now up to $8,000. You will learn a lot. Honestly, my course and coaching program now has at least 5x more than what they teach, but you get ideas from them. This is a template they give you. Get ideas from them, right? You get the idea? Okay. So that's what I'm doing. And so now you have put this. So you have your content ready, right? Then you have your service page. Okay. What kind of service page are we talking about for concrete contractor? Okay. We're talking about at least 5 to 10 service pages. Remember, we spoke about the service pages here, services, get ideas for services. Somebody had, some website had, okay, here we go, concrete, stained concrete, stuff like that. Look, services right here, driveway repair, commercial concrete, retaining walls. Find 5 or 6 services. If you don't know what services, here is the tip. Go to the big cities and like Dallas and find, or you can go here, call somebody here who's paying home advisor, right? Call this guy, call somebody here, call up Black Diamond Pavers or San Bruno Concrete and ask them, hey, what kind of services do you guys do? Do you do, and he will tell you a few services, right? So if I do San Bruno Concrete, Delhi, California, they don't even have a website. Wow. Okay. You can find out and basically put up this page, is what I'm saying. Okay, or you can get ideas from other, like just other examples. And so now, let's say you're putting a driveway repair page, then you're putting a stained concrete page, right? What do? You take this driveway repair, go to Google Keyword Planner, and just for that specific keyword, you search the keywords, find the good ones. Again, driveway repair would be one keyword, right? So if I go here, for this specific service page, driveway repair is a keyword. Driveway repair near me is a keyword. So I'll just take the near me. Does that make sense? Right? Then concrete driveway, blacktop driveway, asphalt driveway, your replacement, put these keywords and give it to ChatGPT. It'll write a page for you, or write it yourself. Chris says you're a humble mentor. Thank you, Chris. I appreciate that. Vera says, what is rank and rent? Is that a question? So what I'm talking about now is, we covered it yesterday, rank and rent. If you're doing SEO on your own website and you rank your website, right? Then you can rent it out once it starts getting the calls, you can rent it out. That is rank and render SEO. Or you can go to a client, a real company, and say, I will do the SEO work on your website and rank it for you. And that's client SEO, that's all. Okay? You get the idea, right? So far, guys, now do you understand keyword research? Okay? Here is one more tip nobody talks about. Let's go back to a concrete contractor, Daly City, California example, right? And I think this is a great one. You should go after this, Mike. Okay? We are so far going after these keywords. Remember this. If I can find my listing, right? 50%, maybe 60% of the searches, literally only 50% to be honest, it come from what I call the answer keywords, right? Or the solutions. I know I need concrete repair done. I know I need driveway repair done. But there's also a good 50%, if not more, people are there in the research phase. And Google will tell us that. Okay? If I basically do concrete contractor near me, right? Google will usually give me, how come I don't see anything? Let's see. People also ask, not sure why it's not coming now. Let's see. Look at that. People also ask. So Google is telling me people are asking these questions. What is the biggest? This may not be relevant. Best concrete. Who makes best concrete? Okay, concrete contractor, Dallas, Texas. Let's see that. Okay. As you start going here, you may find, do we need a license to pour concrete? Right? There are questions that people are asking. Okay. Some of these are relevant to you. How much is the contract? How much work can you do? Some of these may not be relevant to you, but you can pick up these and create FAQ pages or blog pages. Make sense? I'm going to show you one of my past clients, bail bond, which is by the way, for those of you who don't know, bail bonds is a great niche. I'll tell you why, because you cannot run Google ads. They have a lot of money. They cannot run ads. So you will never see Google ads for bail bonds. They have to depend on SEO. Okay. This guy here, okay, this is what I mean by we did the FAQ, we did the blog, right? Research based on what Google was telling us. And so if I take this and I put it into Ahrefs, he will come up for a lot of keywords, okay, because he's also coming up for a lot of these questions that people are asking for. So what happens after people are doing the research on that? You see that? Bond surrender, how, you know. Okay, so not only bail bondsman Detroit, which is one of the main keywords, but also other questions. So people are, so you can do that also. Okay, so what we are doing now is we have, where did that go? We have one home page. Again, 500 to 1,000 pages is more than enough for each service page. You put 10 blogs, again, the same thing, 10 FAQ, maybe one contact us page, one about us page. You have what, 10, 20, 30, you've got about 35 pages of content ready. You can literally go and outrank any of these guys. Does that make sense? Let me close a lot of this, okay? Any questions so far, guys? Anybody? Any questions? ChatGPT will do that for you too. All right, okay, there you go. Love those KDs. Keyword density, yep, awesome. Build a schema. I don't even build schema, Josh. Josh is very technical, which is good, but I don't even do that. I keep it very simple. Again, why? Remember this. I want to pick a fight with a toddler and win. Make my quick $500 a month and win. And go to the next one. Rinse and repeat. I don't want to be fighting, doing it. If I can make $500 a month by doing 3 or 4 pieces of work, why would I want to do 400 pieces of work to make the same $500 a month? How much time does it rank to keyword? Okay. In this, the way I show the low-hanging fruits, guys, you can rank in a month, 2 months, and start getting calls. Okay. Now, here's the next thing, right? Once we have this, right? I have to talk a little bit about, you have the content garden, you got the company analysis. I'm going to go a little bit about on-page optimization, right? There can be 100 different on-page optimization elements, but we're only going to be going after a few things. Okay, these ones here. Keyword in the domain name, title tag, H1. I'm going to go through these one by one. Here is what you need to understand. Ingrain this in your head, write it down if you want to, put it somewhere. What you put on your website will tell Google what to rank for. What you do on your website will tell Google what to rank for. What you do outside your website will tell Google how high to rank for. Does that make sense? So on-page optimization is all the keywords in the right places of the website. So I'm telling Google what to rank it for. Because if I have a website all about, my website, can be called SaravananGanesh.com, Google is a bot. When it comes first, the first number one thing it checks is the number one ranking factor for Google is this keyword in the domain name. When it comes here and it's a bot, it's not a human being, it's a bot, right? If it comes and lands here, SaravananGanesh.com, it has no idea what the website is about. Yeah, it's something about Saravanan Ganesh, maybe some person, but it doesn't know what it is about, right? But if I have a website that says concrete contractor Dali.com, now, it's about concrete contractor and Dali. Does that make sense? So when you're doing rank and rank, the biggest advantage is we can put keyword in our domain URL itself. I can go to Namecheap and see if the domain is the exact match is available. Okay, exact match is working like crazy now. You can take this mic for $9 and build your website. Now, exact match GMB is a different story. The algorithm has changed. We'll cover that. But right now, we're talking about the domain, the website. Dipta says, is ChatGPT safe? Absolutely. We now use it in the local space. Yes, there is nothing called duplicate content myth or penalty in the local space. We've tested it big time. Of course, you want to spin it a little bit, spin the content all a little bit. Like if you have, what I'm talking about is, if you have concrete contractor Dali, and then Mike says, I'm going to put concrete contractor website in 50 other cities, because I'm going deep in the concrete niche. He can literally copy and paste and build up these domains. Google will still rank. But just to be safe, because long term, 6 months from now, 2 years from now, Google may change the algorithm and say if it's not unique content, we're going to penalize it. So just to be safe for the long term, you want to spin the content a bit, but it works. Frank says GMB ranking. Yep. Same service, same city. Yes. So we'll talk about GMBs also, right? But right now we're talking about website, okay, on page, right? So you're going to get this. Does that make sense? Does it have to be a .com? Good question. Yes. It can be anything, but .com is still more prevalent because one, you're ranking for Google, but two, you're ranking for the human being. If I'm in Delhi city and I need some concrete work and I'm saying this, and if I see concrete contractor Delhi.com comes up, makes sense. If I see concrete contractor .ai, like, I don't know, I just gotta go with the .com. You have to understand, you are a marketer. You know there's a .ai and there's a .me domain. The common man out there, the housewife who's looking to get the concrete repaired, or the average guy out there, they just want to go for .com. They don't know anything else. So keep that in mind. Dipta says, wow, love it. Okay. So far, so good, guys. Right? So you get that. So now, Mr. Mike, what he's going to do is going to get this concrete contractor domain. It's available. And then the next thing he's going to do is the title tag, meta title. Does anyone know what the meta title or the title tag is? Right? When I do a search, this clickable big text that comes up is the meta title. So if I click on this, it's the top of the browser here, right? When you're designing a website, I'm not going to go into WordPress website. There's literally a field where you can put the keyword there. You want to make sure your keyword is in the meta title, right? So your title tag, meta title, however you want to call it, should have the keyword concrete, contractor, Delhi, California. Now, this has got Delhi, you put California also over here. You already have contractor here, you can put contractor, or you can put your next keyword, big keyword there, company here. Does that make sense? So between these two, these are the top two ranking factors in Google's eyes. Everything else comes later. You just do these two and don't do anything else in this low-hanging fruit like Delhi, you will be ranking in the top. Make sense? May not happen right away because Google has age is also factored in. The time, amount of time a website is being live is also factored in to slowly come up with the ranks, but you will go pretty fast. Anyone's got any questions? Let's check. .net or .org, how do visitors think? So .org is an organization. People sometimes think it's a non-profit organization. .net, I got websites, ranking on websites, .net, absolutely. Do you change the content on the website to reflect the client business name? Great question. So if you're doing rank and rent, you put up a website, you do all the work, and let's say Mike is going to go ahead and find a concrete guy in Delhi City, right? And let's just say, what's this? Yeah, let's just say he rents it out to San Bruno Concrete. All he has to do now is in his website, put a big logo that says this website is owned by San Bruno Concrete. That's it. I don't even do that sometimes. Most times, to be honest, but there you go. Siva Gopi says, do you prefer to add keywords in the H1? Yeah. So here's the next step. Put your main keyword in the title tag. Then there's H1, H2 header tags, right? So if you go to the website, this guy, you see where it comes superior coding, that's the title. Put your keyword there. This could be the H1 or this could be a H1 header, right? I use this SEO Minion is like a plugin. You go here, you click analyze oh, it's now part of something legacy plan. Okay, get the legacy plan. If not, you don't even need it. Just in Google, if you're doing WordPress, it'll show you your H1 and H2 and you can put that. Does that make sense? Okay, so I'm just keeping it simple because my whole goal is to be able to rank and bang. Once I have this ranking and generating a few calls, so let's say right now it is October 5th. He does the work, literally in one day you can write the content. ChatGPT. Literally in one day you can design a website. If you don't know how to design a website, I can design a website, WordPress website. I'm not the best at it. All I would do is I would go to fiverr.com, or you can go to the Facebook group here, right? And you can just ask, would anyone do it? Or you go to fiverr.com and you do WordPress, and you would find people. $80 is too much for a WordPress website, right? You can literally find $10 WordPress website, $15. Okay, don't go for $2,000. $30. Literally, you're giving all the content and saying, design me a website, $40, $30, $40, $50, $100 tops. Does that make sense? Okay, cool. Got it. Any questions on this, guys? Anybody? Okay. So basically, I'm making sure I have keyword in the domain name, title tag, H1, H2, and content. Anchor text will be part of the off-page optimization. I'll cover it in the next masterclass. Okay. So here is what you do. If you tell Google what each page is about, that's what you need to do. If you are, let me close all this. Okay, if you are putting a website, a service page on driveway repair, don't, in the title tag, don't put the other keywords like stained concrete or whatever. Just write all about driveway repair. So you tell Google, unequivocally that this page is all about driveway repair in Delhi, California. That's it. So when somebody is talking about driveway repair, they don't care about the other services you do. You may be able to do sidewalk repair or concrete installation. They don't care. They only want to know if you do driveway repair. So we have a page, service page coming up for driveway repair. Mike says building a website and go high level. You can, Mike. WordPress is what I still use. I get a lot of people asking me those questions. It's not the most optimizable in my opinion. Okay, tomorrow we're going to go into building trust with Google and building power with Google. Okay, here is the ranking process. We will, if you give Google what it wants in the right order, even if Google has big updates, you won't be rattled a lot because the foundation is right. The right order is you want to give relevance to Google first, on-page optimization. Then you want to build trust, then power. And when you do these things, traffic will kick in. What do I mean by this? Forget rank and rank, SEO, climb SEO for a minute. Let's say Mike is really starting a concrete company. What's the first thing he would do? He'd put up a website. What's the second thing he would do? He would do citations and social profiles. What are citations? He will go to Yelp.com and put a post, a profile. He will go to yellowpages.com, Manta, Better Business Bureau. He'll just create those. There are citations. He will create social profiles, a Facebook page, a LinkedIn profile, YouTube channel, Twitter page, maybe, like what do you normally do? That's what Google wants to see. That is natural. If you skip all this and go directly to TDNs, you can still rank. But tomorrow, if there's Google changes the algorithm, you're going to get shaken. If you do it the right way and be natural, that's what Google wants. Does that make sense? Let's see, any other questions? Anybody else have any other questions, guys? Okay. How do you suggest to do niche research on a specific location without being in real time? If you're not in the location you're saying, don't worry about if you're not in a location. Like I'm in Michigan, I just did research in Delhi, California. I can put up Delhi, California right now if you want to, right? Does that make sense? Private blog network is your PBN story. We'll cover that tomorrow. Okay. So today's homework for you guys, if you have not already found your low-hanging fruit, please find it. Right. Second, like Mehboob found the painter in whatever city, find out the different service pages, count with the different service pages. Tomorrow we'll go over PBNs, off-page optimization, and GMBs, and maybe even some sales. Okay, that's going to be crazy. Give me a 1 if you want to hang around for another 15 minutes and go over some sales and try to make some money right now. Give me a 1, or give me a 2 if it's like enough. Me and my big mouth, everyone's saying 1. Okay, I love it, right? All right. I love it, guys. I appreciate that. Okay. Give me, who here wants to make, everybody wants to make money. I don't want to just ask a question. Who here, if I show you how to make a quick $500, you will act on it. Anybody? Okay. I want to put you on the spot. Who was the first one to say yes? Rishikesh. Okay, Rishikesh. Oh, wait. Vera said, was it Vera or Rishikesh? Rishikesh, where are you located? Are you in US somewhere? Are you outside the US? Where are you? India. Okay. Maybe difficult because you're in India. I was about to say I can make some calls, right? Let's just go with Vera because she said 1 and she's in what city are you in, Vera? Kansas City. Okay. Either Vera or Mike, because we're going with the concrete contractor, let's go with that, right? I'm just going to go here, right? I'm going to do this for, let's say Vera, right? Vera is in Kansas City, Wichita, Kansas, right? Do you have your low-hanging fruits already? Do you know what niche you want to go in? Did you find, was it Topeka something? Topeka? What was the niche again? Okay, as you put that in, here's what I mean by that, right? Let's see, concrete contractor, garage door. Okay, let's say, I would say do something for your first website, Vera, stay away from garage door. It's not easy. Okay, I'm just going to go with concrete contractor Delhi for Mike. He raised his hand. Again, I'm just taking Mike's example. It could be anyone here, right? Here's what I would do. For the longest time, I did not like to pick up a phone call and make a call. I am a self-confessed, self-professed. I take pride in saying I'm a technical nerd and not a salesperson. But I realized every single time I made money in the past, there was a human being interaction. Like, think about it, right? You cannot make money. Has anyone made money here without interacting with a human being ever? Has anyone here made money? I don't think so. Even if you're unless you're walking down the street and pick up a dollar bill, I'm talking about $500 at least, right? So I knew rank and run is passive, but there's an element of human interaction. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go to these guys here who are paying Home Advisor, right? And I'm going to see if I can find somebody who will be willing to either at least make the first step in building a relationship. I'm not saying they're going to be paying me right away or saying, yes, let's work right away, but they're going to be doing something, at least build a relationship, right? So here's what I'm going to do. These guys, am I right? This is just one company, right? This is all the city in Delhi, California, all the states, just stamping concrete, Yard Creations, Bruno Builders, San Bruno Concrete, right? I'm going to go call a couple of these guys. Let me close all of this. Here is what I do. Simple, literally simple. I actually teach this in the mastermind. I'm going to give you a glimpse of this, right? We had people making calls in the mastermind. The other day I posted this. Somebody posted, let me see if I can find it. Give me a second. Here, one day ago, Donald basically said, my brother and I tried the cold calling method and got 9 out of 20 people interested in our first batch. He called 20 local businesses, cold calling. He's in the UK. I think he's calling people in the US. How crazy is that? Okay. Because I don't do the salesy stuff. I keep it natural. I just keep it human being. Steve says affiliate sales. Steve, there's still some human being paying you. You still have to sign up somewhere. Amazon.com, Jeff Bezos and his managers will approve you, right? So anyways, all I would do is I would go here in Home Advisor. I would call them. Now, here's another tip for you, Mike and everybody else. You see it says C phone number. Chances are high this is a Home Advisor tracking number for this company. So I would rather go click on this, copy this, and search and see if I can find the real number. They don't even have a website. Wow. Okay, let's just call this number. Now, I'm a 313 area code. I'm going to call this guy. Here is what I'm going to tell him. 323430. Oops. Sorry, let's try this. 3234309164. Okay, I'm calling. Be muted, everyone.
For new customer, press 1. For customer service, press 2.
That's how it is. In the local space, you'll find a lot of contractors don't even know how to answer the phone. That's step number 2. When you send leads, if they can't answer the phone, because they are just mom and pop shop, and they're probably in the middle of a job and they cannot take the call. So what you can do then is when you talk to somebody, instead of just sending leads, you're now going to say book appointments and charge a higher premium. So whatever the problem is, you can literally find a creative solution and make more money if you want to. Okay, so let's try San Bruno. Yeah, Home Advisor may charge them. Sorry. Tom, yeah, that's fine. Go ahead. Josh says hello. Yeah, that's fine. Is it too early in California? No. Wow. See that? Two, 1, 4, 3. Let's see.
The mailbox is full and cannot accept any messages.
Wow, you see that? You have an opportunity to start your own concrete company, Mike. That's how crazy it is. Okay, let's go with Vera. Okay, Vera, you said garage door in Topeka, right? These guys are paying, right? I'm going to go and see if I can call this. Again, I would not call this number because this is a Google guaranteed number. I would Google them and then call. I would stay away from garage door, but let's just try this out, okay? Just to show you an example. 3667 is the real number. This one says, okay, so it's a real number. Okay, not bad. So this is their number. So let's call this 785-862-3667. How do you pronounce this? That city? Topeka? Topeka? How do you say that?
Topeka, you're right, Topeka.
All right, let's call.
Yeah, can I help you?
Hi, do you guys do garage repair in Topeka?
Yes, you do.
Okay, hey, I'm not a client, but the reason I'm calling is because I was wondering if you guys would be open to me referring some clients your way.
If you could what?
If I can refer some customers your way.
Yeah.
Okay, because I have a website that gets some calls about people looking for garage door repair. I'm not a garage company or anything. I'm just a website guy. So what do you guys do right now for customers? Do you do any kind of ads or anything? Or what do you do right now? Okay, so if I here's what I'll do. I send some next time somebody calls or refer them to you. It's probably about 2-3 calls a week. And if you guys make money, if you think it's worth it, do you think we can work out something long term? So as you make money, I make some money too.
You're the guy that we not in, but if I could give you the phone number, I'll send it to him, and if he's interested, we'll give you a call.
Sure, yeah. You can take my name and number whenever you're ready. It's 313. So wait, my name is Ganesh, Ganesh, and my number is 313-324-6889.
Okay, I have, what's after 6?
313-324-6889.
Okay, 688.
Yeah, and what's your name again?
Lexus.
Lexus. Okay, yeah. Let me know if you know because I have these calls coming in. I might as well send it to somebody who can take the jobs. To do something. Okay. All right. Thanks again. Take care. Bye bye. That's it, guys. Right? Because yeah, everybody wants customers, right? Now, where you put up a website, say actually you can do the same thing. You go with garage door, you can because it's a high volume niche. It's not seasonal. In fact, in winter, there are more garage doors getting repaired. GMB may be difficult, but we can figure out ways around it. But even without GMBs, we can generate calls. Okay. Now, Randy says, how do you do the leads? Okay, great question. We'll cover that. Frederick says smooth. Josh says boom. You see that what I'm saying, guys? That is what it is. Okay. Dipta says contractors get spammy calls. See, how do you appear different? This is exactly how I appear different. Dipta says my Bangladeshi accent doesn't help. Hey Dipta, I'll show you something. Okay, number one, you can partner with somebody in the Facebook group here. So even though you are in Bangladesh, you can find clients in the US. Number two, if you talk slow and say I can refer customers, it doesn't matter if you are in Bangladesh or if you are in Saturn or Mars, right? The currency, the language of love is currency, I guess. It doesn't matter what your accent is, right? So Vera, you want to make sure this is the business that we call D and L overhead door. Okay. What you now do is the same process. Go to Google Keyword Planner, go garage door, right? Get the keywords, do your work, right? Come up with the service pages by tomorrow if you can, just in a high level overview. We'll take it from here and we'll show you everything else. Does that make sense? It is so practical, but exactly, guys, right? That's what I'm saying. Keep it simple, stupid. That's as KISS as it gets, right? We have people here, like Jeff is sitting here right here, right? That dude is part of my coaching program. He ranked a 49,000 searches a month keyword for his business in a city, pretty big city. It's crazy. Okay, I can give you examples of examples. Because literally, Harry is here, has his own business, limo business, and killing it, right? But if you want to make an extra 500,000, start there, and then you can scale. Does that make sense? Okay. So tomorrow, give me what time? If you wanted the same 1 o'clock tomorrow, give me a 1. So I know we can keep it at 1 o'clock tomorrow. If you prefer evening time, give me a 2. Looks like everybody's like 1 o'clock Eastern time. Looks like no one's got a job to go to. It's awesome. Thanks to COVID or Biden or whatever. Everyone's at home at 1 o'clock. Okay, let's make the money. How about that, right? But do your homework, okay? Mike, we picked your city, come up with the service pages, okay? Vera, come up with the service pages. Mehboob, whoever you are, if you haven't picked a low-hanging fruit, pick one, come up with the service pages, come up with the keywords. You can literally go to ChatGPT and even have content ready. Does that make sense? Okay. Tomorrow, yes, GMBs, GBPs tomorrow. How about that? Is that cool? Okay. But also, I'm going to talk a little bit about sales because all this time we've been talking about rank and when. I want to also show a little bit of client getting, right? So tomorrow, here's the next thing for you tomorrow. Whoever comes to me with this tomorrow, we'll actually we'll see how we can make you some money. If you can go through your last 3 months of credit card or your bank statement expenses and see where you spent money, where you are a customer already, restaurants, hair salon, lawnmower guy, karate school, kids school, doesn't matter. If you spend money in some business, which you all are, each and every one of you, mortgage company, right? Put a list of these local businesses, right? And I'm going to show you how you're going to approach them. You may not make $1,000, but at least 200, 300 bucks right away. We're going to show that to you. Frederick says courses. Yep, don't go for oh yeah, courses. If you spend money on courses, yeah, absolutely. Jeff says the last thing I'm checking my Amex is my family. Oh my God, Jeff, if you are spending money on family, we're gonna put
if you think I'm looking at my Amex, like, no, that's the last thing I'm doing. I don't have the patience.
Put your kids to work. I tell your kid, you want to make money, go do rank and run SEO. Okay.
Let's go together, Jeff. We'll make 10 grand.
Yeah, I think the only way to knock this down is to get divorced.
Okay, so tomorrow 1 p.m. client SEO, okay, and Google My Business. Okay, some of the stuff that we're doing. Google My Business client SEO. If this was mind blowing, guys, do me a favor, please. In this Facebook group here, there's a live stream going on here. You can just put mind blown, something like that, or put a separate post. I don't care. Just mind blown, so people can see what they're missing. Okay, because there's 6,000 people in the Facebook group, only like 35 people are learning. It's crazy. Okay, there's so many people, and I see people paying these courses and all these mastermind gurus and all that. I'm going to show you a couple of things with GMBs that some of you may know, but most people don't know, right? And in my private coaching call course, I actually made a post today. We have one thing I do is reverse engineer stuff. I've come across, I've stumbled upon 3 different strategies put together. Literally, I have 20 businesses. They want to hear from me and work from. They want leads. They want client SEO. They want to hear. I just don't have the time, right? And that's what I'm going over in the paid the coaching group, right? So literally a lot of things, but you have enough to make the money here. Okay. Make sense, guys? Anybody has any questions? I think we're done with this. So tomorrow,
Dave.
1 p.m. will be your last and final master class. We're going to make whoever comes up with a list of local businesses you are already paying your warm market. Whoever does your homework will help you make some money. All right. So how many words of service pages? 500 to 1,000 is more than enough. I wish there was a transcript of everything. It's hard to keep up. Here's what we can do. I will be uploading this to my YouTube channel later on, and that gives you a transcript, you know. But there's so many AI tools that we'll see if we can get for you. Vera says I can work for you. There you go. She can transcribe for you. Okay. Vera is smart. She's making money right here. I work with Steve and make money. There you go. Includes grocery supplies, grocery supply stores. Yeah, why not? You want to? I can show you. Even if you don't like, here's something I want to show you. I'll leave you with this, guys. I'll show you this tomorrow. When I got started, okay, here's what you should do. Indian food near me. I love to eat. Okay, Indian food, a lot more better. I used to go to a place called Madras Masala. It's closed. I ate so much there, they closed it, this restaurant, right? It's temporary closed. It's temporary closed. They're going through some construction stuff, right? I went there so much and I started talking to him about this. I did a couple of things I will show you tomorrow. You have to understand, Asian Indians are not the most generous people. He would not pay me for the work I was doing and all the value, but I was able to barter for free food from him. How about that? It got to a point where my wife and kids would go eat for free. And then he would do stuff, like cook up stuff that's not in the menu just for us, honest to God. My brother lives in Australia. He was visiting one day, him and his family. We took him there. He was like, you are a celebrity. This Indian restaurant owner is like treating you like a celebrity. Because he was cooking up stuff that is not in the menu. Because I did stuff for him that I'm going to show you tomorrow, that if you don't get paid from these people you're already paying, the restaurants you're going to, your hair salon, your mortgage, even if they don't pay you, you'll be able to barter something. Right? Josh says I'm celebrity. Josh, you're too generous. Thank you. All right, so tomorrow, guys, let's do that. And 1 p.m. same time tomorrow. Client SEO, sales, Google My Business stuff, and some PD. We've got a big agenda, packed agenda tomorrow, right? So with that, adios. See you tomorrow, guys. Thank you, guys. Take care. Bye-bye.